Hello, my name is Jean Myers, and I am the instructor for your course, LAI 647. I'd like to welcome you all to our fall 2019 semester. I'll begin by telling you a little bit about myself so you can get a face and some background information. I did build this course. I've been teaching it for, I think this is my 6th year. It was one of the first in the CISL LAI program, building these online courses. So I'm very familiar with the flow and what our goals and objectives are, and we've done some great work over the years. Some of my students have gone on, obviously, to complete their degrees, masters, doctorates, etc., and it's been very exciting and a wonderful class to teach. It really does form a very solid foundation for research and for just your background in the field in general. So I am an adjunct instructor for GSE. I also work full-time with the School of Management, helping them build their MBA PEMBA program. They have moved into the hybrid environment on that platform. Prior to this, I was with the School of Medicine out in San Diego as the Assistant Dean of Technology. And before that, I've held various managerial positions, director at Boston University of their instructional tech program, and at Trocare with their online program, as well as ECC. So I have a long history in the field, and I've seen things change over the years, and I really do hope you enjoy this class. If you have suggestions of things to add into the class, just email me, and often we find new and exciting resources because this is such a fun field, ever-changing. So just as introduction, the syllabus covers all of the basic nuts and bolts. Take a look at that. I will be giving you a more detailed schedule probably by within the next 3 or 4 days. Today is August 21st, Wednesday, August 21st while I'm filming this, but I will be providing you some more details. Week 1 is posted, however. So you can get a look at some of the readings. I have been utilizing more and more OERs, Open Educational Resources, and some of my past students are the ones that helped steer me towards those resources. Of course, there are books out there, but everything is provided in PDFs, and I encourage you to find, as I said, relevant and new information that we share. You will be going through a series of assignments, and I've tried to make them both scholarly, meaning we're going to be writing, reading, etc., more academic in nature, as well as engaging and interactive, because that's what online learning is all about. So I have some things like mind maps and building historical timeline, and we'll be using Flipgrid for video. So I really hope you find it fun, and I continue to incorporate new tools in there for you to keep it exciting. Please do check and make sure your computers are set up. You do need some kind of a audio and video recording, meaning a camera or a mic. Worst comes to worst, there are ways to use tablets and phones for that, but just make sure your main computer is really well set up, your browser works. I am a Google Chrome user by and large because I like to flip between all the tools. But there are browser checks, so make sure that you are set up for success with your computer. And if you're having a glitchy computer, just be aware as you get into heavy-duty research using tools like EndNote and things like that, you don't want to be in the place where you might accidentally lose data. So always back up in the cloud. UBbox is available to all students. That's just a cloud-based storage, and it allows you to share folders. Fantastic thing to use, especially on group projects, but it has unlimited storage for you, so please use that, particularly as backup. Never rely solely on your one and only laptop or computer hard drive to store your years worth of hard work. And I'm sure many of you are technology literate, so I don't want to go too deep into that. I think you will know what I'm talking about. So for success in the course, to be quite honest, yes, we love our electronic tools, but something as old-fashioned as a calendar. I mean, honestly, I have the weeks written on here, at least so that when I look up at the wall or walk past the refrigerator, due dates and things are on there. Of course, I use my phone, I use Outlook, Google Calendars, all those things. But make sure you have a printed copy of the course schedule that I will provide you, and keep that around. Budget your time. These readings are somewhat intense. This is, a master's, doctoral level, graduate level research class. So you will be reading a lot and building your skills on how to read, not just mass amounts of information, but reaming out what it is that's of value to you. We want to build those skills up so that you're ready to tackle additional coursework and potentially research or dissertations. So set yourself up with a calendar. Say to yourself, Saturday mornings. I was at Panera so much while I was working on my dissertation that one time when they were getting ready to close, I must have looked pretty bad. And I had been in there like for months on end. They came over and they said, "Oh, we were just wondering if you might want this bagel and cup of coffee to take home with you." They thought I was like a permanent resident in Panera, or perhaps had nowhere else to go. So don't be embarrassed at how much it takes to be a good researcher, a good writer. Find a buddy, find a friend. It's just like a workout routine. I even did actually, speaking of which, do a lot of reading on a treadmill. It is harder, I'll admit, with these OERs because everything is digital. So you do have to think about maybe looking at how are you going to read and consume all this information, even though it's digital. Are you going to need to print, etc.? So those are my words of advice. In closing, I'm here for you as your professor. I love to share my experience and the roles that I've had in various higher ed and K through 12 arenas. I worked for BOCES as a technology coordinator for a number of years. And I'm here to answer your questions, concerns, and also don't forget to turn to each other. So we do have open discussions. We will be asking you to share a little bit about yourself, so your like interests or even where you are geographically. I often have a group of students that are in the New York City area, a group of students that are in the Albany area, Rochester area, Buffalo area, etc. And of course, if you're anywhere in Buffalo and would like to come in and meet with me personally, I love to do that as well. So feel free to contact me. With that said, I'm going to leave you off to exploring the Getting Started in Week 1 in UB Learns, and we'll see you online. So everybody have a great semester, and I'll be doing these little video announcements periodically throughout the course. Thank you and have a great day.